Hello, everybody, and welcome to my weekly live show. I'm a few minutes late, but I hope that there is a good reason for that. Sorry, I'm all flustered. I had a few technical hitches, but I'm here now. So, hi, everybody. Nice to see you. Those of you who watch this show regularly or know kind of the format know that I usually have a guest with me. Who I talk to, and we talk about all things related to what they do, and basically we have a bit of fun. Tonight I'm doing something slightly different, and I published this on the Facebook page, and I said that tonight it was going to be interesting, and that's because tonight I don't actually have a guest, so the guest is going to be me. And obviously, I can't ask myself questions because that would be very silly. So hopefully, technology permitting, back by popular demand, I have... Hang on, let's see if I can find him. There we go. I have Mark back. Say something so we can hear you. Speak.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, as I said, we had... Pardon?
This is London calling with the results of the telephone poll.
So we had a few technical hitches because we decided to try out...
Points.
Shush! We haven't got to our bit yet. We decided to try out using a smartphone or a tablet rather than a computer for Mark's part of the show. And I've not done that before. We've done everything from desktop before. So I had to set it all up on his tablet. So that's why we had a few technical issues. And that's why you're still on screen, by the way. And that's why.
Way.
Okay. So anyway, as I said, back by popular demand is my husband, but he's not here to be the idiot that he normally is. He's actually here to ask me questions. I have absolutely no idea what he's going to ask me. He's got a little book and he's written them all down. So heaven only knows where we're going to go with this. It could be a very, very serious interview, or it could be utterly ridiculous. So we shall see. If you're here, obviously drop a comment, say hi, let us know you're watching. Please feel free to ask either of us questions, and if Mark's questions get too tedious, please feel free to rescue me as well. I'm just wondering why I married him. Okay, Mark, you're up. Take it away. I'm going to be quiet now. You can speak.
Right, this is London calling. No. More seriously, right, are you ready for some questioning?
I am ready for questioning.
Okay, question 1. A serious question.
Oh, okay.
When will book 2 be ready?
Oh, that's a really serious question. Okay, book 2 will be ready. I'm hoping to have it published by the end of February, early March at the latest. It's been edited. I'm just working through the edits, making the changes, and yeah, so that's the plan for book 2.
Can I buy it in the shops?
What, book 2?
Yes.
No, because it isn't out yet.
No, when it is out, can I buy it in the shop?
No. It will be... Oh, I've got some comments coming in. People are rescuing me. It will be on Amazon and Kindle, etc. And it will potentially be in shops. It depends whether I've made any relationships with any independent bookshops by then. So I'm just going to say hi to Sandra. Say hi to Sandra, Mark.
Hello, Sandra.
And oh, look, she's even said hello, Mark. There we go. That's nice. And
hello, Mark.
Kate has said hello, you two. Hi, Kate. And she says, yay. I don't know whether that's yay that you're back on, or whether that's yay that I'm being questioned, or whether that's just yay in general. But obviously, yes, your public have spoken. And Sandra's just saying, ooh, we have to wait a little longer then. That'll be in respect of the first question that you asked me, is when the new book is out. So yes, you have to wait a little bit longer, but it really is getting there. It's getting there. Okay. Oh, Rachel's here as well. Hi, Rachel. You might recognise my co-host this evening.
Can I ask my next question yet?
Okay, go for it.
Got a lot to get through.
Yeah, apparently I said to him, write down 3 or 4 questions. Apparently you've got help. What have you done?
I'm waiting for you to... You're about to go on again.
Okay, sorry. Just one quick comment from Kate, reference the earlier question. If I've got it on Ingram Spark, then in theory anyone can order it from a bookshop, and she's absolutely right. If the book is registered with Ingram Spark, which it will be, you can go into any bookshop and request it. Okay, I'm going to be quiet now.
So you didn't know that answer then, did you?
I did, but
help.
I did, but I'd forgotten until Kate prompted me. So yes, I needed help.
Right. Can I ask my next question now?
Yes, please do.
Have you started writing book 3?
I have not started writing book 3. I have planned book 3, and I am very, very excited about writing book 3 because I'm making a plane crash, and it's very exciting. But no, I haven't started writing it yet.
And they all die at the end, don't they?
I'm not saying.
So how many books are there going to be in the Foundation series then?
Ooh, I don't know is the answer to that. The
Other question you don't know.
I don't know much, do I? The first 3, obviously, and then there is the potential for some spin-offs. I don't know. I'm just going to see how it goes. I don't want to be forever writing the Foundation series because I've got a lot of other ideas that I want to explore as well. But we'll see how it goes.
Well, that was my next question.
Okay.
What will you write after this series? Have you got any ideas? And are they standalone books?
Oh, gosh, you're asking very sensible questions. I'm very impressed. Okay, Sandra's just asked me a quick question about book 2. Will you have a book launch?
Can't afford it.
Yeah, my accountant, as in this person here. Oh, wrong way. That person there. Tells me I can't afford to have a book launch for book 2. So it's unlikely I will have a book launch like I did. I'm hoping to do something on Facebook, maybe a Facebook party. Kate, who's also watching, did a very successful Facebook party for her book launch. So I might do something like that. I might do something local, maybe just here of an evening, and might just have an open house for people to come around that want to get their signed copies, etc., etc. So possibly, but it won't be on the scale of the one that I did for my original book. What was that for?
Open house.
Oh. Well, by then you'll have your movie deal, so people will want to come and see you, won't they?
Okay. Right, you ready for the next one?
Yep, go for it.
Are any of your characters based on real people?
I didn't answer the one before that. You said, what's my idea for the next book? I didn't answer that.
I said, did you have any ideas?
Oh, okay. I do have lots of ideas, yes. Okay. Sandra has observed that you don't agree with the open house prospect. He's fine, Sandra. He's fine. Don't worry about it. I'll just lock him in a cupboard or something. It'll be fine.
I'll be out.
Right. So, cool. Okay.
Characters. Any of the...
Sorry, I just... one of our fans has come on, one we know and love. Is Mark getting any pedigree or Doom Bar in for the open house party? I think we've started something now. I think the answer to that, SFC, is bring your own. Is that right?
And more.
And more.
We need surplus.
Surplus. Okay. Right, sorry. Back to serious questions.
Are any of the characters based on real people, even slightly?
Yes. You're gonna have to hurry me. I'm on a timer or something. Yeah. Yes, the odd character has has come from a place of similarity with somebody I know or have known at some point. Yes.
And in the movie deal, who would play Dale, Lexi, and Jay?
No, Dale's not in this book.
Oh, well, good, well spotted.
Was that a trick question? Cal. Oh no, that's Cal. That's a really difficult question because I actually don't know. If I could have, I don't know. This is open to suggestions. Anybody that's read When Foundations Crumble and is watching tonight or is watching on replay, please put a note in the comments as to who you think should play Cal and Lexi in the movie version. I really, really love Jamie Dornan, but he is just not Cal. So I don't really know. I was having this conversation with somebody a little while ago, and yeah, I am. I don't know. So Kate has said, Mark, have you actually read Anne-Marie's book?
No. I just read the back.
Clearly not, yes.
I read the back.
You read the back? Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, please, everybody that has read the book, give me some ideas as who should play Cal and Lexi for obviously when I get the book deal. I'm surprised Mark hasn't put himself forward for one of the title roles, actually.
I was considering it, but you'd have to go through my agent.
Oh, okay. And let me guess,
do you think
agent is SFC, right?
Yes.
Fab.
So do you think your book would make a good movie?
Yes.
Time delay on this one.
Pardon?
I said there's a time delay. It's like I'm in Australia and you're in...
I thought you were in London.
London calling.
Yes, but I'm biased. But I do think it would make a good movie. I think a bit like a lot of books, because it's a long book, it would have to be condensed. And I think to write a screenplay... A mini-series. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. But to write a screenplay for it to make it into a film would be quite tricky. But obviously I wouldn't... that would be done by people that know how to do these things. But yeah, of course, it'd make a brilliant movie. Yeah, that would be amazing.
So if a friend wanted to be a character in your book, would you put them in it? If so, would they play a similar role to real life?
Oh, you've really thought about these questions. Well, I'm going to bring actually SFC in here. He has put a comment saying that your script will probably be lost in the post, Mark. Obviously, as ever, a dig at your job. But SFC requested a role in the very first book that I wrote, actually, which I haven't published. And I did put him in said book, but it wasn't in his job as is now. I think if somebody wanted to be in a book, I think yes, but you have to be careful because obviously if you then fell out with that person or if there was a conflict or anything, then it would be quite tricky. So yeah, I mean, I think with friends or with people that have helped and supported me, I prefer to thank them by mentioning them in the beginning of the book or sort of during promotions and that kind of thing, rather than actually putting them in the book. But if somebody was absolutely desperate to be in the book, then I'm sure I could work something out. But that doesn't include you.
Oh, well, I don't want to be anyway. My agent said I'm not allowed.
Oh, right, okay. You haven't got a very good agent, have you? Not very
No.
No, not very reliable.
Right. Would you write any other type of book, i.e., a thriller?
Yes, I would absolutely write a thriller. I've
Horror.
always read. Sorry, what did you say?
Or a horror?
No, I wouldn't write. I wouldn't write a horror book. No, I wouldn't write a horror book. I would write a thriller. I've always read romance, which is why I write romance. I've always read really cheesy romance. I've read chick lit. I've read Mills and Boon. You name it, I've read it, and that's where my love lies. But on this journey, part of what I do is read a number of other books, obviously, by other authors that are in a similar situation to me, and obviously well-known authors. And what I've found as I've gone along is that the thriller side of books, which I try to build into mine, so obviously on a less thriller type basis, but yeah, in a sort of thriller type, I really enjoy that. And book 3 that we mentioned at the beginning of the show, where I said I'm getting a plane to crash, that's going to have a thriller element to it, and I'm actually really, really excited about writing that. So yes, I would. I don't think I'd ever write fantasy. I don't think I'd ever write dystopian. I don't think I'd ever write horror. I don't think I'd ever write children's books, to be perfectly honest. Not for any reason other than the fact I just don't think I'd be very good at it. But yeah, I would definitely think of exploring other genres. I just want to say hello to Shelley and Matt Turner. I'm not sure whether it's one or both of them that are watching, but hi to you both. I don't know whether this is the first one that you've seen, but it's certainly the first one you've caught us live for. So that's great to see you here. And Shelley or Matt or both, whoever is watching, has said, does Mark get a signed copy of your book to read? The answer to that is yes. And he's probably forgotten this, but he actually has the very, very, very first copy of When Foundations Crumble that was printed. And he actually has that dedicated to him and signed to him. And he's probably forgotten that, but he has. Oh, it's both. Okay.
Don't have it.
Both Shelley and Matt watching. Sorry?
I sold it on eBay.
Oh, dear. Okay. Are we moving on?
We're moving on, yes.
Excellent.
So, would you write a book for a celebrity, what they would then call their own?
Ooh, there's a word for that. Do you know what the word is for that?
No.
Okay, I'm going to answer the question. I'm going to give people the chance. Kate will know the answer to this. I'm going to give people the chance to put the answer in the comments, see if anybody knows what that's actually called. No, I don't think I would. And I'd actually, if Kate, if you are still watching, I'd be interested to know whether you would as well. There's a lot of money to be made in it. And I think if you're writing purely to make money, then that is quite a good way to do it. But it's not. I think I write because I love it and because I want to and because I really want to. What are you laughing at?
Yay, lots of money!
Oh, this is to pay for the open house, isn't it? I'm trying to be serious here. I forgot what I was saying now. So no, because I write because I love it and because I want to share my stories and I want to show obviously my emotions and how I write, then I wouldn't want to do that. I would want to stay true to myself. So no is the answer to that question. Nobody, I don't know, has Kate popped up with comments? Oh, here we go. Yeah, Kate's popped up. And she's obviously put the right answer. It's a ghostwriter. So that's something that you've learnt today. And...
Oh, it's because you said you wouldn't write horror.
Pardon?
You said you wouldn't write horror. That's why you won't do it.
Ghostwriter, ha, ha, ha. Oh, yeah. And obviously I asked Kate the question as well. She said it's a difficult one. And she says that she thinks to make money to fund her own writing, she might do.
But
it depends on who it was. Yeah, it's a tough one. I don't know. It's not. Yeah, I think you'd have to think about it carefully. And Kate's right. It would depend who it was. So Shelley and Matt have just popped up with a question. Do you read your own book after it is published, or do you just want to think about your next book? I haven't sat down and read When Foundations Crumble since it's been published. I did, and this is the most bizarre thing, when the very first copy came through that I've given to Mark, who has now sold it on eBay, I did actually sit down and start reading it, because actually seeing it in a paperback physical book was really different to seeing it on a screen or even on a Kindle screen. And I did actually start reading it, and I was thinking, oh, I'm quite enjoying this. But I haven't.
I bet you knew how it ended.
Pardon?
I bet you knew how it ended.
I did know how it ended, yeah. So I didn't have to do my usual thing of read the beginning, read the end, and read the middle. I did know how it ended. So no, I haven't done. That's not to say I won't. But there's. I think my worry with reading it again is that I would start to pick holes in it, because I would think, oh, what did I do that for? Why did I write that? And obviously that's no good, because then you're going to start beating yourself up about it. So I think once it's gone to bed, then just kind of leave it. Again, Kate, if you're still watching, do you ever read any of your books back after they've been published, or do you tend to just kind of move on? And I'll see if Kate puts the answer onto that. Kate, for those of you that don't know, is a very good friend of mine. She's also an author, so that's why I'm asking her these questions too.
You should phone a friend already.
I've got to phone a friend. Why?
Used your phone a friend.
You've got to phone a friend. Oh, so I'm not phoning.
You've got to ask the audience.
Okay.
You've got to ask the audience, and that's what got left.
I did ask the audience.
Oh, you've used that as well.
Oh, okay. So what have I got left
then? 50-50.
Okay, 50-50. All right. Okay. Next question.
So, would you write a book for Mills and Boons just for the money, even if the book was a load of rubbish?
I have to say, there is nothing wrong with Mills and Boon books, and I would like to put that out there. Mills and Boon are really, really good at what they do, and if you like that kind of book, they're brilliant. And I've read them for years and years, and I would still read them now. Yes, I would write for Mills and Boon. Yes, it's not where I would naturally write now, but yes, I would quite happily. Shelley and Matt. Oh, this is a question for SFC, if you're still watching. Have you put your hand in your pocket and bought a copy yet? I shall leave that and see if he comes back with a response to that. I wouldn't like to comment.
I've got my last question now.
Oh dear, that's gone quick. Blimey, we must have been having fun. Okay.
And it's your moral dilemma one, okay?
Oh, can I 50-50 on this one then?
You can, yes.
Okay.
Right, if you proofread a book for another author colleague and it is really rubbish, would you tell them it was rubbish?
I wouldn't tell them it was rubbish. I would, and I think we have to remember that reading is a very subjective thing. So what I enjoy... Behave. What I enjoy reading, other people don't enjoy reading. What I like in a writer, other people don't like in a writer. So I think what you have to do is be as sensitive as you can, and anything that you want to suggest, you make as a positive critique rather than a negative, and then try and guide them. And and we have to remember that just because I've written and published a book, I'm no expert by any stretch of the imagination. So what I say doesn't necessarily hold any more weight than what anybody else says. So no, I wouldn't come out flat out and tell them it was rubbish, but I would try to give them positive feedback that I thought would potentially benefit them. Just got a couple of answers come in. I'm not having you on again. You're a troublemaker, you are. Okay. SFC, in response to the question, I only put my hand in my pocket to keep my change quiet when it's my round. Again, I will leave that there. Sandra's asked me a great question. Do you ever consider what your children will think about your books if they were to read them? Yes, I have thought about that. I'm not entirely sure it's going to be applicable. My youngest won't ever read a book anyway, and my eldest is male. So by the time he's old enough to really think about reading it, I don't think he'll be interested in it. I would like to think that he will be proud, and maybe not. I guess it's tricky because of the content, obviously, and I guess that's sort of where you're going with that question. I just think I would just like to think that they would be really proud, or that he will be really proud. And as a sort of extension of that, my parents have read my book as well, and they were really, really proud. And I just think, hopefully, anyone that's related to me will look at it as an achievement rather than kind of thinking, gosh, she wrote that. That's my hope. But yeah, it's something that I have thought about. But I just, yeah, hopefully it'll be okay. We were talking a few minutes ago about Mark, behave. We were talking a few minutes ago about reading your first book back after it's been published, and I asked Kate whether she had or not. So she says, I read my first book back as there was a big gap between publishing the ebook and the paperback. As that book took me 9 years to write and was edited to death, I was still pretty happy with reading it back. I haven't read the others all the way through, although I might one day. And I think that's, that's pretty much the same as I was saying. I haven't read mine back because I don't have the timeline issue that Kate had there. But yeah, maybe I will. Maybe I will one day. Professional interviewers don't fall asleep.
I'm not asleep. I'm just taking a pause.
Right, okay.
I've done all my questions.
Oh, have you done all your questions? Oh, wow. Gosh, that went really quickly. Thank you. Was there anything else you could think of?
No.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for coming on and interviewing me. It's been illuminating.
We won't have anything else to talk about later on if I ask you any more questions.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah, actually, that's true. We have just done a week's worth of conversation, haven't we? We've just done maybe 2 weeks worth of conversation. Gosh, it's going to be very quiet in our house now. Okay. Well, if Mark hasn't finished asking his questions, I'm going to say bye to him and thank him for his time and for joining me this evening. And yeah, you can do a wave. And I'm sure you've all enjoyed seeing him again, even if he isn't in his posty guise. Okay, so that's Mark has gone. Sandra says, see you again soon. Happy Christmas to you both. Yes, and to you, Sandra. Have a lovely Christmas and New Year. And Kate says, bye, Mark. And he's gone. So next week, I'm really excited about my guest next week. I have got a lady on called Val Hart, who is known as a real life Dr. Dolittle. And she is basically a pet whisperer. And she's going to come on, and I'm racking my brains. I think she's giving us a 3-step guidance to communicating with our pets. We have our new cat is not the most friendly of animals, shall we say. So I'm really, really looking forward to talking to Val and finding out how she goes about communicating with animals, and basically telling us what we can do. So if you can be here next week, please do. It promises to be really informative, really eye-opening, and as I say, I'm very excited about her coming on. So that will be here the same time next week. So that's 8:00 UK time. And that's about it. Thank you all for watching live. Thank you for your questions. Thank you for joining in. Thanks for anybody that's watching this on the replay. And if I don't see any of you before, if you can't catch any of my shows before then, have a great Christmas, and I shall see you all soon. Thank you for watching, and I shall see you soon. Bye, everybody.